California, where the Mountain West Network presents to you softball between the hosts, San Jose State Spartans, and the visiting UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. This is game 2 of the day in the Silicon Valley Classic. The Spartans are co-hosting this weekend bunch of games with Santa Clara University, so UC Santa Barbara going back and forth between the two schools, but today they are here. They already played in the first game of the day against Illinois State, tried to make a comeback but fell just short, losing 6-5 to the Redbirds in game 1 of the day. San Jose State making their first appearance in the Silicon Valley Classic here today at Spartan Softball Stadium. And let's go through the lineups very quickly for you. First, the visiting UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. Leading off, the shortstop, Taya Banks. Second baseman, Jazzy Santos, follows her. Center fielder, Ainsley Waddell, bats third. Cleanup, third base, Bella Fuentes. Left field, Emily Carr. Right field, Giselle Mejia. First base, Jalen Toledo, bats seventh. Eighth spot is the catcher, Darren Siegel. And the designated player, Danny Rauscher, is in the 9 spot. Pitching on the mound for the San Jose State Spartans is Delaney Foss. And Foss ready to go. Pitch number 1 inside for a ball. And we are underway here at San Jose State. Again, Silicon Valley Classic, game 2 of the day here at Spartan Softball Stadium. Gauchos just had a tough loss, trying to bounce back here. Spartans will play this one and then follow it up with the nightcap against Illinois State. 2-0 the count here to Banks, coming in batting .286 on the season. Take a strike there. Banks has 6 hits on the season. That one's high for a 3-1 count here. Foss looking for her first victory of the season. 0-3 coming in her 3 starts so far this season. And that one's ripped foul into the netting. Count goes full to Banks. Foss started Friday last week against Oklahoma State and Saturday against Stanford, taking the loss in both games, and then pitched on Sunday against Cal. Complete game, pitched well, only gave up 1 run, but took a tough 1-0 loss against the Golden Bears. That pitch is grounded foul to the left side. Banks stays alive. Count remains full. Banks from Chino Hills, California. The entire UC Santa Barbara lineup and roster, by the way, is from the state of California. That one's popped up into foul territory. Taylor Chenworth looks at it, but it goes out of play. So Banks staying alive again. Banks, last year, a second-team All-Big West selection for the Gauchos. Batted .304 with 4 homers, 22 RBIs in 61 games in 2025. Full count pitch popped up again, and this one is going to be out of play once again to the left side. Banks, a junior, attended Ayala High School in Southern California. Foss from Buena Park in Orange County. Another foul ball to the left side. Banks making it tough right now on Foss. Foss, a freshman, and she will give up a hit to left field. Banks singles to get on for the Gauchos to begin this one here.
Second baseman number 22, Jazzy Santos.
This brings up for the Gauchos, Jazzy Santos, second baseman, the senior. fouls it back behind the plate for an 0-1 count. Santos went to Los Alamitos High School in Southern California from Stanton. She was all Big West honorable mention the last 2 seasons. And that one is soft liner to Chillingworth, and she will double up. Banks at first for the double play. Taylor Chillingworth showing off the glove and the arm, and 2 down just like that for the Gauchos.
Designated player number 3, Ainsley Waddell.
Chillingworth, the Australian native. And now ball 1 to Ainsley Waddell, center fielder for the Gauchos. She's a two-way player, also pitches for the team, batting a cool .529 heading into the first game today. And then a soft liner to shortstop, and Noriega takes care of it for the out. And the Gauchos go down in order. Spartans coming up when we come back on the Mountain West Network.
Make sure you follow your San Jose State softball team on social media. You can follow them on X at San Jose State SB or on Instagram at SJSU Spartans SSB. Be sure to follow today.
I feel honored to do what I do, pouring into individuals, preparing them for this career, and giving them the tools necessary to go in and make that effective change that we're looking for.
So many different departments within CDCR, promoting to sergeant and lieutenant. Opportunities are just endless.
If you want to make a difference, serve the people of California, make an impact on your community, come work for the best state agency in California.
El Camino Health. Year after year, we're nationally ranked for excellence. Every recognition is a win for you. A show of strength. Another life well lived. And what we're most proud of is that we are locally trusted. By you, our neighbors, and our patients. El Camino Health, the standard of healthcare excellence in the South Bay. Our strength is your health.
Back here for the bottom of the first at San Jose State. Spartans coming up with leadoff batter Reina Zermania going against Malaya Johnson, one of the top pitchers in the Big West Conference. Was the pitcher of the year last year in the conference, and she begins with a strike to Zermania. Zermania batting .357 on the season. A couple years ago was a second-team All-Mountain West selection. And this one's be lined the opposite way for a base hit into the gap. She's going to go for 2. Is she going to try for 3? She will, and she will cruise into third, sliding in with a leadoff triple for the Spartans. Reina Zermania with her second triple of the season, getting this off to a good start for San Jose State. And now third base, Taylor Chillingworth had a good play in the top of the first to have a double play, and now she bats second for the Spartans and swings through the pitch for strike number 1. Malaya Johnson, preseason All Big West Conference, first team All Big West last season. In the circle, looking the deal, and Chillingworth fouls it off the opposite way, out of play in the hole. 0-2 now. Zermania led off with a triple to the right center field gap, and now Chillingworth trying to bring her in. Chillingworth off to a tough start at the plate this season. And she will hit that just foul down the third base line. Almost hit Reina Zermania, who's laughing about it at third base. But Chillingworth 0 for 11 to begin the season. So still looking for her first hit in an RBI position here with Zermania at third base. 0-2. Johnson ready, fires, and it's lined right back at her into center field. Zermania will score the first run of the game, and just like that, Chillingworth, first hit of the season, first RBI of the season, first score of the game, and it goes the Spartans' way. They lead 1-0 here in the first. Catcher Sarah Deplich batting third for the Spartans. Deplich, the sophomore from Livermore, California. .333 batter on the season. Facing Malaya Johnson's fastball and soft liner to short. Chillingworth back to first. That's the first out of the bottom of the first for the Gauchos. And cleanup batter, shortstop Amaya Noriega coming up. Shay McDowell, the first baseman, is on deck. In the hole, designated player Leata Sherlin. And then the bottom three in the lineup, center fielder Carly Cummins, left fielder Haley Reeve, and right fielder Sophia Burdick. So the left-handed batter takes high, checking her swing. But nope, she did not check her swing, according to the first base umpire. That's Adam McAloney down there at first. Joe Torres behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. So 0-1. Pitch outside from Malaya Johnson. Noriega coming into this one as the wind picks up here at Spartan Softball Stadium. Batting .417 on the season. Has a hit in 4 of the 5 games the Spartans have played so far. Another pitch outside. 2-1 the count. Noriega, the San Jose native, Silver Creek High School grad. And she's small, just 5'1", has the small strike zone that Malaya Johnson's going to have to try and fit it in. And she swings through that one. Might have been a bit outside, but took the chance, and now count even at 2-2. Johnson off to a tough start herself at 0-3 in her 3 starts this season. Unlike her, a 6.18 ERA after being under 3 last year. Another soft liner to short, and again, Banks is there to take care of it with a little bit of a leap this time. So 2 down for the Spartans as Shay McDowell comes to the plate. Chillingworth still on first after her RBI single, drove in Reina Zermania. Pitch from Johnson, taken for a ball. McDowell now in her 3rd season with the Spartans after playing her freshman season at Oregon State. The Roseville, California native, batting .357 entering this game. And that off-speed pitch is high for ball 2. McDowell began the first 4 games of the season with a hit in each one and went 0 for 3 on Sunday against Cal to snap her hitting streak. Looking to start it back up again here against Santa Barbara. Johnson swings and deals, and that's going to be hit the opposite way, but the liner is caught by Santos to retire the side. So the Spartans score a 1 run on 2 hits and leave 1, and they lead 1-0 after 1 here at Spartan Softball Stadium.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for superfans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
And back here where it's 1-0 Spartans after 1. And the Gauchos trying to strike back as they have Belafuentes stepping into the plate. Their cleanup batter playing third base today, the senior. And that'll be strike one from Delaney Foss. Fuentes, also from Chino Hills, California, will pop that one to the right side. Coming into shallow right field to make the catch is Burdick for out number 1. Foss trying to settle in now with a lead for the Spartans in the pitching circle. Emily Carr coming to bat, playing left field, junior from swinging through for strike 1. And that pitch high and outside from Foss. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Card digs in, fouls it back to the netting behind home plate, and off the rebound. Nice catch by the home plate umpire Torres to hand the ball back. 1-2 now. Carr came in batting .294 on the season. Takes inside. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Foss is high, running the count full to Emily Carr. 2025 All Big West honorable mention last season. Went 0 for 3 with a walk earlier in their first game against Illinois State, and she'll be caught looking for the strikeout. Foss's first strikeout of the game, and 2 down here in the top of the second. Giselle Mejia, the lefty, sends that one up the middle into center field for a base hit on the first pitch she sees. So the base runner for the Gauchos once again here with 2 down here in the top of the second inning. A Big West versus Mountain West showdown between the Gauchos and the Spartans in the Silicon Valley Classic. Spartans' first game of the weekend. And that pitch is taken inside for a ball. Jalen Toledo, freshman from Mater Dei High School in Santa Ana. Taken pitch low for ball number 2 from Foss. Toledo batting 100 entering the weekend. Went 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored in game number 1 to boost that number. Helped try to rally the Gauchos against the Redbirds that fell just short. And now 3-0. And another pitch high, so Foss walks Toledo on 4 pitches. And there are now 2 runners on for the Gauchos at first and second. 2 down here in the top of the second. And Darren Siegel, the catcher, comes to the plate. Siegel will take another ball as Foss has lost control of the strike zone. Siegel the redshirt senior from Westlake Village, California. That'll be a strike. Foss puts that one in there to even the count at 1-1. Wind picking up a bit here in San Jose. That pitch is going to miss as well, so 2-1 now. Siegel played 41 games last season, 17 starts for the Gauchos. Batted .242 with a homer and 5 RBI, and takes another pitch low from Delaney Foss. So Foss struggling a bit with the command here in the second inning. Now 3-1, the count to Siegel. And that'll be a strike on the inside corner with the fastball. So full count now with 2 down and 2 runners on for the Gauchos. Foss trying to get the Spartans out and have a shutdown inning after they scored in the bottom of the first. And that pitch is fouled above the Spartan dugout. Siegel, .278 batter this season, entering the weekend. And she did not play in game 1. And she will swing through the off-speed pitch. Foss gets out of the jam, and the Spartans continue to lead 1-0 after 1.5 innings here in San Jose on the Mountain West Network.
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us, because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
Pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Bottom of the second here. Malaya Johnson back in the circle for the Gauchos to face the designated player in this game, Leata Sherlin. Sherlin, freshman from Corona Centennial High School in Southern California. Batting .125 on the season. And she'll ground that one to short. Banks will fire across and retire her for the first out on one pitch in the bottom of the second. I'll bring up junior Carly Cummins, the center fielder in this game for the Spartans. And she'll take pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Cummins throws right, bats left. Another San Jose native from St. Francis High School, batting .250, entering this one, tries the bunt, fouls that one off. So 0-2 count to Cummins. Cummins' 3-game hit streak entering this one. Went 1 for 2 with a walk against Cal on Sunday. The pitch from Johnson outside, but slapped at And just out at first is Cummins. Cummins trying to use her speed there, but retired for the second out of the bottom of the second. Jazzy Santos able to make the throw in time. Now bring up Haley Reeve, the left fielder, another left-handed batter. Take that outside. Reeve from Fresno, California, looking for her first hit of the season, 0-4 so far. She'll take that off speed for a ball. Now 2-0 the count. 2 down here in the bottom of the second for the Spartans. Malaya Johnson, the reigning Big West Conference's pitcher of the year, settling in here after giving up a run in the bottom of the first. Fires that fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Reeve last year played in 42 games, started 33 of them, batting .215. And she'll slap that one foul to the left side. Runs the count 2-2 with 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Again, game 2 of the day here at Spartan Softball Stadium. UC Santa Barbara lost to Illinois State in the first game. And Illinois State will await the Spartans after this one. And that rise ball just out of the zone. So the count goes full 3-2 to Haley Reeve. Hasn't played since the first 2 games of the season. And she will again slap that one foul off the netting to the left side. Keeping the count full here. Trying to start a 2-out rally for the Spartans. Spartans got a run in the bottom of the first and trying to add on here against one of the top pitchers on the West Coast in Malaya Johnson. Johnson fires it low, and that'll be a walk for Reeve. So Reeve draws the 2-out walk and brings up right fielder Sophia Burdick.
Right fielder number 1, Sophia Burdick.
Burdick on the season, batting .545 with an OPS of 1.401 to lead the Spartans. The freshman from Pleasanton, California, went to Foothill High School. She's fouls that one straight back at the net for an 0-1 count. She has been on base in all 5 games for the Spartans this season, a hit in the first 4, and on Saturday against Stanford, she had the first home run of her collegiate career. And that's a strike, and the stolen base attempt is successful as the ball gets into shallow center. So Haley Reeve takes off and makes her first stolen base of the season. That puts a runner in scoring position now for Burdick. Burdick's twin sister Casey plays softball for Washington, who the Spartans will see later in this Silicon Valley Classic. Outside with that one is Johnson. Count 1-2 now. Runner in scoring position is Haley Reeve at second. Sophia Burdick at the plate. Now the righty thrower, lefty batter for the Spartans. The pitch is fouled back. Count remaining 1-2. Sophia Burdick coming from a very athletic family. Her dad, Jesse, played baseball for Canisius, and her mom, Katie, was a volleyball player at UC San Diego. So good athletic genes in the Burdick family, and she takes that pitch and swings through it for the strikeout. So Johnson out of the jam, leaving one runner on, and The Spartans still lead 1-0 here after 2 innings in San Jose.
Don't let chaos take over your office. Put Pacific Office Automation on your team for the best in printing services, mailroom management, phone and IT systems, and more. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
About to start here in San Jose between the Gauchos of UC Santa Barbara and the Spartans of San Jose State. Spartans with a 1-0 lead thanks to an RBI single by Taylor Chillingworth in the bottom of the first. And now Delaney Foss back in the circle. And there's check swing strike to the center fielder for the Gauchos, Danny Rauscher. Freshman from right here in San Jose. And that pitch is wild and ball from Faust as it went all the way back to the netting behind home plate. Rauscher from Prospect High School, so return home for her here early in her freshman season playing for the Gauchos in Santa Barbara. And she'll line that one into center field past a diving Noriega for a single to lead off the top of the third. So back to the top of the order for the Gauchos. And Taya Banks coming up. Single to start off the game. And now looking for another hit. Banks went 2 for 4 in the first game, so already 3 for 5 today. But she'll pop that one up into shallow center field and easily taken care of by Carly Cummins for the first out of the top of the third. Rauscher still at first base as Jazzy Santos comes up. Santos 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs earlier against Illinois State. And she will take off speed there for strike 1. Santos lined into the double play to third, and this time she gets it past Chillingworth for extra bases all the way to the left field corner. That'll score the Gauchos' first run, and a head-first slide safely into third. An RBI triple for Jazzy Santos ties this game at 1 here in the third inning. So in the top of the first, she lined it right to Chillingworth and hit into a double play. This time she gets it past a diving Chillingworth and goes all the way to third base for the RBI triple to square this one up. One down here as Foss hit Ainsley Waddell there. So Waddell will move to first base and have runners at the corner for the Gauchos, and we're going to have a mound visit here from the new pitching coach for the Spartans. That is Roberto Bobby Verdugo. Came here to San Jose State from Arizona Western College out in Yuma. Helped lead those Matadors to the National Junior College Softball World Series last year and a regional championship. So, quick talk with Delaney Foss and the crew. And Bella Fuentes, cleanup batter, playing third today. Has two runners on for her at the corners. Waddell at first. And she'll take a pitch low for a ball. Santos, the runner, at third. And that one's going to be hit to Noriega. She'll only be able to get one at second, so the run will score from third. Santos comes in to score to give the Gauchos a 2-1 lead on the RBI fielder's choice by Bella Fuentes. So that was hit sharply, but couldn't turn a double play. And now Chillingworth will take that grounder from Carr and throw her out at first to end the inning. But UC Santa Barbara striking back with 2 runs in the top of the third to take a 2-1 lead, as the Spartans will try and rally in the bottom of the third on the Mountain West Network.
It's here. EA Sports College Football 26. Mountain West is in the game. Now it's your turn to call the plays, win the rivalries, own the moment. Your school, your squad, your chance to take the title. It's time to step up and make history with your favorite Mountain West team, where stars are born.
Hey, grab me one too.
Jose Narwang with you here, calling this softball matchup between the Spartans and the Gauchos. Reina Zermenio, leadoff batter, back up again after a leadoff triple to begin the game. Has some words with her coach, Tammy Lohman, there, as Lohman works her way to the third base coaching box. Spartans trailing now 2-1 after 2 runs by the Gauchos in the top of this inning. And that one's right back at Malaya Johnson, who will fire to first for the out. Quick first out here in the bottom of the third for the Spartans. Lohman in her 6th year as the head coach for the Spartans, looking for her 100th win as the Spartans head coach, has 99 in her 5+ seasons. And now Chillingworth at the plate. Takes off speed for a ball. Chillingworth had an RBI triple to give the Spartans their run in the first inning. Broke her 0 for 11 start to begin the season with that hit. Chillingworth will take this one the opposite way. And that'll be taken care of down the right field line by Mejia. So 2 quick outs for the Spartans here in the bottom of the third. And catcher Sarah Deplich to the plate. a ball. Detlich coming in with a homer and 5 RBIs, batting .333, OPS at .858. That one will miss again for ball number 2. The 2-0 count. Johnson readies in the circle. 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that one's rifled in to left field past Fuentes at 3rd for a single. And again, 2 outs, and the Spartans get a runner on, this time in the form of Sarah Deplich. So the cleanup batter, shortstop Amaya Noriega, coming back to the plate. She lined out in the 1st inning. And she will take strike 1. Johnson, the senior, deals outside for ball 1, evening count at 1-1. Deplich, the runner at first for the Spartans. Noriega, the lefty batter. He's going to hit that one softly into left field, and Carr is there to retire the side. So Spartans get 1 hit, leave a runner on, and don't score, and still trail 2-1 after 3 innings here in San Jose.
Spartans in the bottom of the 3rd. 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. El Camino Health is the official healthcare provider of San Jose State. El Camino.
It's gonna be a fight. With personal injury lawsuits, insurance companies just want you to go away, and their lawyers are paid to make that happen. They'd rather wear you down than pay you what you deserve, thinking you don't have the money to fight them. Well, Habas Law has some bad news for them. We don't back away from a fight, and we can match them dollar for dollar. We believe in you. We believe in your case. We believe we can win. We will go the distance.
Our family has always loved local sports.
And Habas Law has a close relationship with teams like the Earthquakes, the Sharks, and the Giants.
But our dedication for supporting local teams goes far beyond the pros.
We support the college teams as well, all the way down to Little League.
You don't need to be in the big leagues to have us on your team.
Habas Law, your local injury law.
Classics actually this season, and Delaney Foss back in the circle for the Spartans, and batting. Yeah, taking strike number 1 from Foss. Mejia in the 2nd inning. At 1-1 as Foss delivers, and that one is lined just off the glove of Reina Zermenio into right field, and a leadoff single for Mejia. So 2 singles today for Giselle Mejia, and Jalen Toledo, the first baseman for Santa Barbara, coming to the plate. Toledo walked in her first plate appearance. And she will take that one, just missing from Foss for a ball 1. 2-1. Gauchos leading after they put 2-spot up in the last inning. Toss delivers and into center field. For the catch there is Cummings, and staying at first is Mejia. So first out of the inning on the fly out to center. Bringing up the catcher, 8th place hitter Darren Siegel. Siegel takes the ball, struck out in her first at bat in the second inning. And that one is fouled back above the crowd behind us. Siegel entered today, 278 average, 705 OPS on the season. Hit 242 in 41 games last season for Santa Barbara. Fouling that one back into the netting again, so count at 1-2 to the redshirt senior from Westlake High School, Westlake Village, California. The pitch is popped over the left side of the netting. Count remaining at 1-2. The pitch again fouled up high into the netting behind home plate by Siegel. So she's working Delaney Foss here in this at-bat. Again, runner on first is Giselle Mejia. Led off the inning with a single. Gauchos trying to add on to their one-run lead here in the top of the fourth. And this one is to Chillingworth, and it goes through Chillingworth for an error, and that'll get Mejia to second. Siegel reaches on the error by Taylor Chillingworth. Chillingworth committing her first error of the season. So 9th place hitter Danny Rauscher, the designated player today for UC Santa Barbara. And that one in the dirt, but Deplitch all over it, keeps the runners from advancing. 1-0 count. Rauscher back in her hometown of San Jose. Takes high for ball number 2. And that one's in for a strike. 2-1 the count. Rauscher singled in her first at bat. And came around to score. That one softly hit Noriega, able to touch second for the out, but coming in to score as there was some confusion about whether she made the out at second. It was called an out, but a run is going to come in to score. So Mejia will score. Siegel is out at second, and now we're going to have a discussion. Joe Evans, the coach of UC Santa Barbara, out talking about the play at second. sure what the discussion is about. Evans, in her 4th season at UC Santa Barbara, had a distinguished career already, a 2015 inductee into the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Previously had 26 seasons at Texas A&M. In her 41 years as a head coach, she's made 27 trips to the NCAA postseason. So her career record, 1,383 wins, just 17 short of the 1,400 mark. So we got a video review, apparently. So again, coaches get 2 video review challenges, and new rule this year, if they are successful, they will keep the challenges. They don't go away if they are successful. So Evans is going to use one of them right here for the play at second base, and whether Siegel was out at second. Mejia scored from second as part of the confusion, apparently, over the play at second. So teams get to conference here without using up any of their conferences that they are allotted throughout the game during the review. Evans, of course, is second among active coaches in the NCAA in wins to Oklahoma's Patty Gasso. Before Texas A&M, she coached 7 seasons at her alma mater, Utah, and also has been to the Women's College World Series 5 times in her career, 3 with Texas A&M and 2 with Utah. So we are awaiting the results of the video review. The umpires again today: Joe Torres, Adam McAloney, Jose Barraza. And so, again, to recap what's gone on so far, the Spartans started the scoring with an RBI triple by Taylor Chillingworth in the bottom of the 1st. But then Santa Barbara struck in the top of the 3rd with 2 runs as Jazzy Santos hit an RBI triple, and then she would come in and score as well on an RBI fielder's choice by Bella Fuentes. And now looks like they've added another run. So the video review is successful for Joe Evans and UC Santa Barbara. And safe is now the call. So Siegel is called safe at second. Mejia scored from second base on the play. So that'll be a fielder's choice RBI for Rauscher. And now the bunt for Banks, and she will be retired at first for out number 2 here as we resume action in the top of the 4th. The runners do move up to second and third on that. Call it a sacrifice by Banks. So Jazzy Santos now the batter. Santos 1 for 2 on the day with the RBI triple. And I'll be sent into right field. And the side is retired on the catch by Burdick. So one more run added to the Gauchos' ledger. They lead 3-1 here as we go to the middle of the fourth inning in San Jose on the Mountain West Network.
We're not an out-of-town law firm.
We shop where you shop.
We walk the same streets.
This is your home.
And it's our home, too.
When you've been injured, you don't want to be represented by an outsider.
You want to be represented by someone local, a firm that knows the legal lay of the land.
Someone who knows what it's like to live and work and raise a family here. This is how we serve our community.
And we plan to keep doing it for generations to come.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
Old Trapper Beefs, last bag.
You know there's plenty for both of you.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Fourth here in San Jose between the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos and the Spartans, who are hosting the Silicon Valley Classic this weekend. Nara Wang back with you here on the Mountain West Network. 3-1 is the score. Gauchos have scored in the last 2 innings. Spartans got an RBI triple from Taylor Chillingworth in the first, but have been blanked the last 2 innings, and now trying to change that. Leading off is Shea McDowell, the first baseman for the Spartans today. McDowell in her first at-bat earlier in the first inning, lined out to second. Malaya Johnson in the circle for the Gauchos, deals off speed for a strike. 0-2 now to McDowell. Johnson, the reigning Big West pitcher of the year, got off to a little bit of a shaky start in the first inning, but has settled in nicely for the Gauchos. McDowell will take that one just outside for ball 1, 1-2. McDowell, 2-time academic All-Mountain West player in her 2 previous seasons with the Spartans. Sticking the bat out, brings it back, and then we'll hit that one in the left field, and that's going to go for extra bases into the corner. McDowell rounding second, and she will hold up there with a lead-off double to start the 4th inning for the Spartans. McDowell's second double of the season gets a runner in scoring position right away for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 4th. So Leata Sherlin coming up. She grounded out to short in the second, the designated player for the Spartans today. And she will take a strike on the fastball from Malaya Johnson, excuse me. The 0-1 pitch, and it's going to be bunted, and she is be tagged out. Toledo took the collision for the out, and that moves McDowell to third base on the sacrifice. Carly Cummins, center fielder for the Spartans, coming to bat. Grounded out to second in her first at bat of the game in the second. Now with the runner in scoring position, she will show bunt and foul it back. So maybe a squeeze play on there from Tammy Lohman. The 0-1 high and outside, evening the count at 1-1. Cummins on the season, still looking for her first RBI. She's got McDowell at third to try and bring her in. And she will line that one to second base. So that makes it 2 outs for the Spartans, as Santos took care of that one, keeping McDowell on third base. So it's up to Haley Reeve now, the left fielder for San Jose State, the junior, coming up in a 2-out runner in scoring position. Johnson deals, and the grounder to short is in time at first, and the Spartans strand McDowell at third. So a hit, runner left on base, no runs for the Spartans, and they trail 3-1 after 4 innings here in the Silicon Valley Classic.
Old Trapper Beefs. One upping.
I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor. Savory beef. Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
And this one is smacked into the left field corner for extra bases. Waddell stand-up double to lead off the 5th inning for the Gauchos. Waddell's 3rd double of the season. Gets a runner in scoring position right away here in the top of the 5th for UC Santa Barbara. So, Bella Fuentes playing third base today. The senior will take a ball outside. Fuentes was first team All Big West last season and a preseason All Big West selection for this season by the Big West coaches. And that one is going to be in to the crowd for a foul ball. 1-1 is the count. The Gauchos won the Big Ten tournament, the first ever Big Ten tournament championship last season to go to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2007. That one is high and outside for ball 2. They won their first ever games in the NCAAs, advancing to a regional final. A program record 36 wins last year. And this one is going to be hit into center. Cummins under it and makes the catch. Staying at second is Waddell. First out of the top of the 5th for UC Santa Barbara. And Emily Carr, left fielder, at the plate now for UC Santa Barbara. Carr started 46 of the 51 games she played in last season for UCSB. Batted .220 last year with 6 homers, 30 RBIs. And this year, batting .294, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, entering the weekend. In the first game, she went 0 for 3 with a walk against Illinois State. Count even at 1-1. And Foss misses for ball 2. One down here, top of the 5th. Runner in scoring position thanks to a leadoff double by Ainsley Waddell. And now Carr at the plate, fouling it straight back into the netting behind home plate. Carr 0 for 2 so far in this game against the Spartans. Struck out and grounded out earlier. And that one is fouled off again, so 2-2 the count to Emily Carr here in the top of the 5th. The 2-2 from Foss is fouled again back behind home plate. So Carr's on it, just not getting enough good contact to put it in play. And also for UC Santa Barbara, if you notice, they've got some fresh uniforms this year. These blue and white numbers are new for the Gauchos. And appeal down the third, no swing. So count full here at 3-2 to Emily Carr. One down. Waddell, the runner on second for Santa Barbara. And this one is going to be hit down the right field line. The long chase, and not going to get there is Burdick. So staying alive is Carr. Carr is going to take a walk. So Foss misses on the full count, and now 2 runners on for the Gauchos at first and second. Right fielder Giselle Mejia, the batter now. Mejia is 2 for 2, 2 singles. Scored a run in the 4th. That made the game 3-1, which is what the score is right now here in the top of the 5th. Mejia, the lefty batter, awaiting the pitch from Foss. Foss Winds and throws, and then trying to take third, and is going to be called safe. Waddell taking the extra base there after the pitch kind of got away a little bit after it was high and inside. So just enough of a bobble there to allow Waddell to advance, and then now Foss is going to be met at the mound by pitching coach Bobby Verdugo for a meeting. So Foss again looking for her first win of the season. Came into this one 0-3 so far. The freshman. Again, San Jose State having to replace their two top pitchers from last season who were both seniors. Mia Reynolds, all Mountain West first team selection, and Lacey Ham both have graduated, moved on. So now you've got a youngster here in Delaney Foss trying to pick up the slack after the veterans held it down for the Spartans last season. The 2-0 is high again, running the count to 3-0. Runners at second and third now. Just one out here. Foss will miss again to load the bases. So Mejia reaching base for the third time in this game. And it's loaded the bases for Jalen Toledo, playing first base for the Gauchos. Toledo 0 for 1 with a walk in this one. The pitch from Foss is hit into shallow right field, where the catch was made by Zermenio, and all the runners had the hold, so 2 down now. Bases still loaded for UC Santa Barbara. Darren Siegel, the catcher. Oh for 2 so far. This one's poked in the right field, but Burdick is there to make the catch, retire the side, so Delaney Foss gets out of the bases loaded jam, keeps the score 3-1 Gauchos here on the Mountain West Network.
People always warn me about getting a credit card, but now I know better. SEFQ helped me pick out the right card and taught me how to use it the smart way. And with great rates and no annual fees, I'm building credit like a pro.
You can build your credit like a pro too, with features that help you reach your goals, plus no annual fees, fraud protection, and ways to earn more along the way.
If only my plans were that easy to manage.
You deserve a better way to bank. A bank with great rates and smart solutions. Speaking of smart, with Provident Credit Union's Super Reward Checking, you'll enjoy free checking and high-yield dividends and get a $475 bonus when you join. When you bank with Provident, you're part of something bigger, a credit union that's been around for over 75 years and gives back to the community. Open a personal or business account today and earn your bonus. Provident Credit Union. Make life easy.
Jose here for the Spartans' first game that they're playing in the Silicon Valley Classic that they're co-hosting with Santa Clara. It's the second game for UC Santa Barbara. They took a 6-5 loss earlier against Illinois State. The Redbirds will be the Spartans' next opponent coming up after this game. But for right now, it's 3-1 Gauchos here in the bottom of the 5th, as Sophia Burdick, the number 9 hitter for the Spartans, will lead off this inning. Burdick struck out in her previous plate appearance in the second. trying to start something here for the Spartans, trailing by 2. Malaya Johnson outside with the ball. Johnson, after giving up the run in the first inning to San Jose State, has been lights out since. The pitch outside by Johnson. Johnson last year, a 2.95 ERA, won 24 games for UC Santa Barbara, helping to lead them to a Big West championship and into the NCAA regionals. But she's fallen behind here, 3-0 to the number 9 hitter for the Spartans, Burdick. Johnson shakes off the first pitch call. And then she will miss on 4 straight pitches. So Burdick, a walk to begin the bottom of the 5th for San Jose State. So Reina Zermeño, second base, is up. Today she is 1 for 2. Had a triple to lead off the game and came in to score on an RBI single by Chillingworth. The pitch from Johnson, off speed, misses. So Johnson yet to throw a strike here in the bottom of the 5th. Zermeño, the senior from Sacramento. And that'll be a strike there on the fastball from Malaya Johnson. Zermeño has 2 RBIs this season. Had 26 last year to lead the team. Also had 6 home runs, was tied for the team lead with Aubrey Thomas. Thomas now a grad assistant for the Spartans after finishing her playing career. And this one goes the opposite way, trying to track it down, and Will is Mejia. And moving up to second base on that fly ball is Burdick. So Burdick into scoring position. And Taylor Chillingworth, who has the lone run batted in for San Jose State today. So Chillingworth on the day, 1 for 2, has that RBI single from the first. Flew out to right in her last at bat. And now looks like we are set to go. Johnson on the pitching plate in the circle. Deals off speed. Freezing Chillingworth for strike 1. Runner on second is Sophia Burdick. And that one is fouled in front of the plate. Johnson going to first, not in time. So the accidental bunt single, essentially, by Taylor Chillingworth will get her to first, move Burdick to third, and the Spartans are in business here with runners at the corners and 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And now they're going to be discussing if that was a fair ball or foul ball situation off the kind of accidental bunt by Chillingworth. And the call is that It was all legal. So Chillingworth with her second single of the game. This one traveled a lot less of a distance than her first one did. And now a conference. Amy Hayes out to talk to Johnson and Siegel. Joe Evans out there as well. She wants to talk to Joe Torres. Not sure if there's going to be anything else to review here, or if they're just making a lineup change. Hayes, the assistant in her 4th season as well with Santa Barbara, was previously a head coach for 14 seasons at Bradley University. Left there with the most wins in program history by a coach with 295. Of course, Evans, the legend, a 7-time Conference Coach of the Year in her 41 seasons as a head coach. Already a Hall of Fame inductee. So, a lot of discussions going on out there. You've got Tammy Lohman with her batter and base runners over near third. You've got the Gauchos in the field just outside the pitching circle, and then you've got the umpires above the pitching circle as well. So we'll see what shakes out of all of this. So again, a video review challenge. So they want to see if the ball went off the foot of Chillingworth, which of course would make it a foul ball and not a single. So that is the video review challenge here by Joe Evans and UC Santa Barbara. So the umpires will have to go into the video review area to take a look at this play again to see whether it is a foul ball off the foot of Chillingworth. Already a successful challenge by Evans and UC Santa Barbara earlier. So still have 2 to work with. Again, here in the bottom of the 5th in San Jose, Silicon Valley Classic. First day here of action for this weekend at San Jose State. Santa Clara University also having games. A lot of teams coming in, getting to play good softball from different conferences here in the Bay Area. Of course, the weather is supposed to turn bad on Sunday, so we'll see what happens then. But today, sun is out. A little bit windy here in San Jose at Spartan Softball Stadium, but otherwise, we've seen a solid game here between the Gauchos and the Spartans. 3-1, Gauchos leading here in the bottom of the 5th. Spartans start things off with a Chillingworth RBI single to drive in Reina Zermeño in the 1st, and then the Gauchos countered with 2 runs in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th. 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors by the Gauchos. The Spartans, 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. And again, we are in the middle of a video review challenge by the Gauchos. Chillingworth was deemed to have put the ball in play and reached first safely, but the Gauchos want to see if the ball actually hit her foot off the bat. Malaya Johnson, meanwhile, trying to stay loose out there with some warm-up pitches. Obviously, everyone wants to get the plays right here, but it does lead to some lengthy delays while we await the video review process. Catcher Sarah Deplich is the next batter for the Spartans, as long as they ruled that Chillingworth did reach base safely and properly. So she is standing by, waiting around. Head coach Tammy Lohman talking to her runner at first base, right fielder Sophia Burdick, who led off with a walk to begin this bottom of the fifth. Moved to second on the flyout by Reina Zermenio to right field. And depending on what the umpires decide, she is at third base after a single by Chillingworth. So again, this is all part of the Silicon Valley Classic. You've got teams coming in to San Jose in UC Santa Barbara, Illinois State, Utah, and Washington. Those teams also playing over at Santa Clara University as part of this weekend. And Cal is also going to be playing Santa Clara as well. And there'll be another Silicon Valley Classic next month. So waiting here to see the call. Home plate umpire Joe Torres is here on the field. Anna McAloney and Jose Barraza are the ones taking a look at the video, and they are now emerging from the video room. Let us see what the call is going to be. The play will stand, so Chillingworth will get credit for the single. Now runners will be at the corners with one down here in the bottom of the fifth. Spartans trying to rally down by 2 at home against UC Santa Barbara. So officially we can say now that Sarah Deplich is coming to the plate. Deplich, the sophomore, has power. Pitch is outside. Malaya Johnson, let's see how that long layoff for the video review has affected her, if anything. She was struggling a bit with her control when we began this fifth inning for the Spartans. That one's grooved in there for a strike. 1-1 to Deplich. 2025 academic All Mountain West selection. Singled in her last at bat. Grounded out to short in the first inning. Takes another ball for a 2-1 count. Deplich now with a 5-game on-base streak. Only time she didn't reach base was in the season opener against Oklahoma State. And this one is sliced to the right field line. That's going to be a foul ball. Foul ball is the call. Nearly could have been something big for San Jose State, but just foul there by Deplich. So count is 2-2 to the sophomore from Livermore, California. The 2-2 from Johnson is fouled into the netting by Deplich. which last season played in 36 games, starting 31 of them. And the 2-2 is a called strike for the strikeout for Malaya Johnson. Deplich caught looking for the second out of the inning for San Jose State. So cleanup batter Amaya Noriega. Now the last chance here to get something going with 2 down in the inning for the Spartans. And she will foul that one off for an 0-1 count. Noriega today 0 for 2, lined out to short and flew out to left in her previous 2 at-bats. That one's outside, even count at 1-1. Noriega, first team All-Mountain West last year for San Jose State, a preseason All-Mountain West selection. And that one's fouled again into the netting. So now 1-2 to Amaya, the San Jose native, Silver Creek High School grad. Looking for her first hit today after having had hits in 4 of the first 5 games. And that's foul tipped into the glove to end the inning. So Malaya Johnson gets out of that jam to end the 5th unscathed. Score remains 3-1 as the Spartans leave 2 on in the bottom of the 5th in San Jose.
I feel honored to do what I do, pouring into individuals, preparing them for this career, and giving them the tools necessary to go in and make that effective change that we're looking for.
So many different departments within CDCR, promoting to sergeant and lieutenant. Opportunities are just endless.
If you want to make a difference, serve the people of California, make an impact on your community, come work for the best state agency in California.
El Camino Health. Year after year, we're nationally ranked for excellence. Every recognition is a win for you. A show of strength. Another life well lived. And what we're most proud of is that we are locally trusted. By you, our neighbors, and our patients. El Camino Health, the standard of healthcare excellence in the South Bay. Our strength is your health.
Top of the 6th, about to begin. Delaney Foss back in the circle. Has allowed 3 runs today, but another solid showing after giving up just 1 run in a tough luck loss against Cal on Sunday. The freshman proving to be growing into this role as a Spartans lead pitcher. And leading off, Danny Rauscher for Santa Barbara. Gauchos lead by 2. And that one is low for ball 2. Rauscher will send that one in front of the plate and will easily reach first on basically just a tipped hit there. Went maybe 5-6 feet in front of the plate, but it's a hit nonetheless in the scorebook. Rauscher 3 for 3 today from the 9-hole. And now back to the top of the order, and Taya Banks. She'll take ball 1 from Faust. The 2-0, and that's going to hit Banks. And Banks in a bit of pain there after the hit by pitch. First time she's been hit by a pitch this season, and so now 2 runners on for the Gauchos to start the top of the 6th. Second base, Jazzy Santos, the senior, coming up. And now we're going to have a pitching change. So Foss is coming out. Jordan Frey, the junior transfer from Stony Brook University, will be entering the game here in the top of the 6th. Foss goes 5+ innings, gives up 3 runs, still responsible for the 2 runners on here to begin the 6th inning. But Frey from Las Vegas, she attended high school at Bishop Gorman, high school known for producing some great athletes, and began her career at Stony Brook University. She went 2-1, 4.91 ERA in 15 games last season there, and she's making her 21st career appearance. All of those appearances in college have been in relief for Frey. This will be her 3rd appearance with the Spartans. Thrown for 2 2/3 innings in games last Friday against Oklahoma State and Saturday against Stanford. .75 ERA early on in this season, giving up 6 earned runs in those 2 appearances. But now she's brought in to try and stem the Gaucho run here as they have 2 runners on. They have their number 2 hitter, Jazzy Santos, coming up. So the Spartans trying to find a way to keep this at just a 2-run deficit here late in the game. So ready to go. First pitch on the way. It is going to be bunted foul by Santos. So Santos looking to maybe sacrifice, move 2 runners into scoring position. The 0-1 on the way. Showing bunt, pulling back for ball 1. The 1-1 from Jordan Frey, and is bunted at and missed by Santos. So 1-2 now. So will she now be swinging away with the 2 strikes? Got Rauscher at second, Banks at first. And she does swing away, driving into right field. Burdick is there to make the catch. Tagging up at second and going to third is Rauscher. Staying at first is Banks. So runners at the corners with 1 out for the Gauchos. Ainsley Waddell is now coming up. Waddell shows bunt and pulls it back on ball 1, but moving up from first to second there is Banks with the stolen base. So Banks now 3 for 3 on the season in steals. And the strike poured in by Frey to even the count at 1-1. 1 down here. 2 runners in scoring position for the Gauchos, looking to add on to their 2-run lead in the top of the 6th. That one misses for ball number 2. Jordan Frey ready to deliver the 2-1. And that one is hit past McDowell in the right field. That is going to score 2 runs for the Gauchos. They increase their lead to 5-1. And the throw in gets away, allowing the runner to move up to second base as well in Waddell. So Waddell, 2-run single, makes it 5-1 Gauchos and moves up to second after the throw gets away. So both those runs will be charged to the starting pitcher, Delaney Foss. And now we're going to have a pinch runner coming in for Waddell. Kalen Garcia is going to pinch run at second base now for Santa Barbara. So they're going to call the error, allowing Waddell to move up to second on Burdick. So Burdick there charged with the error. And now Bella Fuentes, cleanup batter, is up for the Gauchos. 2 runs in already, just 1 down here in the top of the 6th. And that one's right back to the pitcher, and Frey takes care of it for out number 2. So good reaction time by Jordan Frey to get the 1 bouncer back to her, throw to first for the out, keep the runner at second. So 2 outs now. And Carr to the plate. Carr walked in her last plate appearance, 0 for 2 on the day. Takes that one for ball 2. So Frey in relief of Foss, trying to get Spartans out of this. And now that one is going to be, again, out of the reach of Burdick, trying to chase it down in foul territory in right field. So 2-1. One pitch on the way, taken for a ball. 3-1 now to Emily Carr. Frey on the season has walked 4 batters, doesn't have a strikeout yet. And this one's hit to short. Noriega is there, throws the first to retire the side, but the Gauchos add 2 more runs, and they now lead 5-1, going to the 7th here in San Jose on the Mountain West Network.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for superfans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us. Because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
All right, 7th inning is coming up soon, but right now, bottom of the 6th for the Spartans as they trail 5-1 against the Gauchos of UC Santa Barbara. 2 more chances for the Spartans to try and cut into this 4-run deficit, and they're going to have to do it against one of the best pitchers they will face all season, the Big West reigning pitcher of the year, Malaya Johnson, giving up just the 1 run in the first, put up 0 since then. Shane McDowell, the lead off here in the bottom of 6th, will foul that one off for strike number 1. Spartans trying to rally here after giving up 2 runs in the top of the 6th. Off-speed pitch makes it 0-2 on the strike. McDowell has a double in this game. 1 for 2, and this one bobbled at second, but recovering in time is Santos to throw out McDowell at first for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. So Leata Sherlin to bat for San Jose State. Looking for her first hit of the day. Fouls that one to the right side, out of play. Malaya Johnson with the shake-off, gets the pitch she wants, and now deals off speed with the strike. 0-2 to Sherlin. The 0-2 on the way is popped up. Coming in to foul territory to make the catch is Toledo for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th. Toledo had to navigate the batter as well, who was running down the first, but able to make the play. And Carly Cummins, the batter, the center fielder for San Jose State, here with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. She will take a strike from Johnson on the outside corner. And she'll slap that one to short, throw to first in time, and side is retired. In order by Johnson. 5-1 is the score. Gauchos leading as we go to the 7th inning here in San Jose.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Don't let chaos take over your office. Put Pacific Office Automation on your team for the best in printing services, mailroom management, phone and IT systems, and more. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
So 7th inning time here, and the Spartans trailing by 4, 5-1 against UC Santa Barbara. The Gauchos looking to get a win here today after losing in their first game of the day against Illinois State. Spartans still have to play those Redbirds coming up half an hour after this one. But Jordan Frey, the pitcher on the mound, came in relief in the 6th for Delaney Foss. And starting off this 7th inning for UC Santa Barbara is the right fielder Giselle Mejia. She'll take a strike on the first pitch from Frey. The Gauchos have had a stellar pitching performance from Alea Johnson. Struggled a little bit early, gave up that run in the first, but ever since then, she has pretty much kept the Spartans from having any kind of offense. A couple of chances that the Spartans had with runners in scoring position were snuffed out, and they trail by 4 here, trying to keep it at that for their last at bat in the bottom of the 7th. And that pitch catches the corner, and Mejia looking for the strikeout. So Frey getting her first strikeout of the season there. And Jalen Toledo, the batter now for UC Santa Barbara. Just misses there for ball 1. And up the middle, Toledo singles with 1 out to put a runner on for the Gauchos. And we're going to have a pinch hitter now for UC Santa Barbara. So Kat Benitez, freshman from Garden Grove, California, is going to bat for Darren Siegel. So Benitez, who is a catcher, so she'll likely stay in on defense as well in the bottom of the 7th. Just 0 for 2 this season is Benitez. So getting a chance here to play. She is from Garden Grove, California. Won 2 CIF Division I titles at Pacifica High School in her prep days. She'll come up with a runner on first. And she'll take ball 2. So Frey with the 2-0 delivery on the way. Fouled above the Spartan dugout by Benitez. Standing on first base right now, Jalen Toledo. Gauchos trying to add some insurance runs, and they know how important those can be as they tried to rally late in their first game of the day against Illinois State. Came up just short. They had a 5-run rally in the 6th inning after they were down 6-5 when they had, so they came up a run short there, but right now they are the ones with the advantage, 5-1 over the Spartans, trying to add on to it before the Spartans get their at bat in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch from Frey is hit past a diving Taylor Chillingworth into left field, and so Kat Benitez with the first hit of her collegiate career, and the single moves Toledo up to second. 2 runners on for UC Santa Barbara. So Danny Rauscher to the plate. She'll take a strike on the corner. Rauscher 3 for 3, 3 singles, 2 runs scored in this game. Also has an RBI from the 3rd inning. That one will be off the plate. 1-1 to Rauscher. Rauscher in her homecoming, the San Jose native, having a big game in her return to her hometown. And that one's tapped back right to Frey. She'll go to 3rd, take off the lead runner for the 2nd out. So remains runners at 1st and 2nd for Santa Barbara, but now 2 out as they go back to the top of the order, and Taya Banks. So Banks now trying to add on with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. She will take strike 1 from Frey. Banks was hit by a pitch in her last plate appearance. 1 for 3 with the single in the 1st. Frey's 1-1 delivery is hit in to left field past Zermeño and past Noriega, excuse me, and then the run scores for Santa Barbara. So Kat Benitez coming in to score the 6th run of the game for the Gauchos. So Benitez with her first hit and turns it into her first run as well. Thanks to the Banks single. And then the throw home allowed Banks to move up to 2nd. Rauscher at 3rd. So 2 runners in scoring position still with 2 outs here. And Jazzy Santos batting. Santos had an RBI triple in the 2nd. Her 1 hit today. One and one now, the count. Santos trying to improve on her 1 for 4 day. Frey's 1-1 pitch. Sliced foul. Rauscher the runner on 3rd. Santos or Banks the runner on 2nd. All right. Back to the action. 1-2 pitch from Jordan Frey is going to be lined into center field. This will score 2 more runs for the Gauchos. Heading toward 3rd and sliding in safely with the triple. Jazzy Santos delivering a 2-run triple, and now it's 8-1 Gauchos here in the top of the 7th. So Santos, 3 RBIs today, 2 triples for the senior. Strike called to Ainsley Waddell. Waddell, a single and a double in her last 2 at-bats, has an RBI as well. Was hit by a pitch earlier, 2 for 3 day. And now just the official announcement that Waddell was coming back in after she had been pinch run for in the previous inning by Kaylin Garcia. Of course, all starters can have 1 re-entry into the same position that they were before. Strike outside corner on the fastball by Frey, putting it 0-2 now to Waddell. 2 down here in the 7th, but the Gauchos have already added 3 more runs to make it 8-1. And that one is hit the opposite way, and the fly out to left ends the inning, but more damage done by the Gauchos. They tack on 3 insurance runs and lead 8-1. Spartans coming up in the bottom of the 7th.
It's here. EA Sports College Football 26. Mountain West is in the game. Now it's your turn to call the plays, win the rivalries, own the moment. Your school, your squad, your chance to take the title. It's time to step up and make history with your favorite Mountain West team, where stars are born.
I'm not Wang. Spartans trailing by 7 runs to the Gauchos. Need a big rally to keep this one going. And as it turns out, Kat Benitez will not be staying in on defense. Siegel will come back in to catch and try and help Malaya Johnson complete her first complete game of the season. But Benitez still making a big deal at the plate with her first career hit for the freshman. Scored her first career run as well. So now, last chance for the Spartans. And Gigi Ortega is pinch hitting for San Jose State. Looking for her first hit of this season. And strike taken there to even the count at 1-1. Batting for Reeve here in the 8th spot. Trying to solve Malaya Johnson. That one's high and outside for ball 2. Ortega from South San Francisco, California. Second season here with the Trojans. The sophomore hit 109 last season in 29 games. 21 of them starts, and she will fight that one off in the right field, but the fly out begins the bottom of the 7th with an out for San Jose State. So Sophia Burdick here, the right fielder, 9-hole hitter walked in her previous plate appearance, struck out in her first at bat in the second. She will take ball one. Burdick trying to start a rally for the Spartans, trailing by 7 here at home. Shows bunt, takes a strike instead. One and one the count to number 1, Sophia Burdick. Burdick will slap at that one, and it will fall fair, and it gets away from Emily Carb, which allows Burdick to get to second base. So Burdick just slapping that one the opposite way. And she will put herself in scoring position for the top of the order. Reina Zermeño tripled to start this game off. Grounded out and flew out in her last 2 at-bats. Takes ball 1 low. And that one is lined to second base. Santos is there. Burdick goes back to second. So now the Spartans down to their final out. Taylor Chillingworth, responsible for the only run of the game with a single that drove in Zermeño way back in the first inning. Now trying to extend this one here in the bottom of the 7th. And Chillingworth rips it foul down the left side. The Adelaide, Australia native. Johnson deals the 0-1. It's hit to second, and that'll be the ball game. So the Gauchos bounce back from losing the first game of the day against Illinois State to defeat the host San Jose State Spartans 8-1 here in the second game of the day in the Silicon Valley Classic. San Jose State still has one more to go against those Illinois State Redbirds. And after a quick break, I'll be back to wrap up this game and get you ready for the next one here on the Mountain West Network.
I feel honored to do what I do, pouring into individuals, preparing them for this career, and giving them the tools necessary to go in and make that effective change that we're looking for.
So many different departments within CDCR, promoting to sergeant and lieutenant. Opportunities are just endless.
If you want to make a difference, serve the people of California, make an impact on your community, come work for the best state agency in California.
El Camino Health. Year after year, we're nationally ranked for excellence. Every recognition is a win for you. A show of strength. Another life well lived. And what we're most proud of is that we are locally trusted. By you, our neighbors, and our patients. El Camino Health, the standard of healthcare excellence in the South Bay. Our strength is your health.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for superfans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us. Because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
Is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
And welcome back here to Spartan Softball Stadium, where the Spartans fall to the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos 8-1 in the Silicon Valley Classic. The Gauchos go 1-1 on the day. Spartans have a chance to do that when they play Illinois State coming up. But final line score here, 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors by the Gauchos. The Spartans, 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors. Delaney Foss goes 5 innings, allowing 5 runs, 4 earned for the Spartans. Jordan Frey came in, had 2 innings, gave up 3 runs, all earned. For the Gauchos, Malaya Johnson, after a rough start to the game, recovered as befitting a Big West pitcher of the year. Complete game, 7 innings, gave up just 6 hits, 1 run, struck out 3 and walked 2. For the Spartans, Taylor Chillingsworth drove in the 1 run of the game, went 2 for 4 on the day. And Santa Barbara, led by Jazzy Santos, 3 RBIs and a 2 for 5 day, scored a run. Taya Banks, 2 for 3, scored 2 runs and had an RBI. And Ainsley Waddell, 2 for 4, RBI. Danny Rauscher, the San Jose native, comes back and has a big showing in her hometown, 3 for 4, RBI and 3 runs. So the Gauchos move to 2-7 on the season. The Spartans now 1-5, but in just about 15 to 20 minutes, they'll be playing another one against Illinois State. So join me again for that one, but wrapping up the Gauchos and the Spartans. UC Santa Barbara 8, San Jose State 1. I'm Nara Wang, and thank you to this Mountain West Network crew, and we'll be back for Illinois State and San Jose State coming up in just a little bit. Thank you very much for listening and watching.